When I was a student, I was always told that no one in social sciences did quantitative research, and you had to get quant skills if you wanted to get a job, and etc., etc. So I kind of taught myself and took courses and had a kind of quantity background up to a certain point. So some of the research I've done in the past has been quite quantitative in nature, but I am by no means a multivariate kind of number cruncher. I've got a working knowledge of multivariate statistics, and I can do some quite decent bivariate, but I'm kind of a bit of a kind of gentleman amateur in that respect. But I think quantitative research is really, really important. So I've done large-scale household surveys of institutions, and kind of sample sizes of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. And I've also done some secondary data analysis with quite large data sets, which is fascinating because you can look for patterns and you can begin to kind of address issues of, I've talked before about interesting kind of differences and inequality, for example. Quantitative research is really good at doing that. But on the other hand, I did come from a university and a department with a very strong qualitative tradition, so I've been kind of steeped into doing qualitative research as well. So I will use focus group interviews, individual in-depth interviews, narrative biography, kind of discourse analysis, policy text analysis, all sorts of different qualitative methods as well. So in a way I was kind of a generation when we were really encouraged to be mixed methods and to use more than one method in most projects that we did. So I've never really kind of fallen into a rut where I'll only ever use one method because that's all I really like and all I know and all I want to do. I think some researchers fall into a habit of just always doing action research or always doing this. So I've taken a bit more of an eclectic approach, which is great because you can kind of fit the method to the question and to the context. So I think in some ways that does give you some strengths. On the other hand, it means you're a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none. So my depth of expertise and knowledge goes so far and it doesn't go any further. So I struggle a little bit when it comes to hardcore stats, for example, and hardcore modelling. And I'm also not completely au fait with the kind of the finer points of real sort of hardcore qualitative research. So in terms of a limitation, I can kind of pitch in most respects. I always feel very guilty and very inadequate when you meet someone who really is a proper ethnographer or really is a proper kind of statistician, because I'm not really that good. So I kind of can apply myself to a level. So I think the key to it is knowing your limitations. So in terms of the credibility and the validity and the trustworthiness of your research, I always try and acknowledge the limitations. No piece of research will give you a kind of a perfect answer or even a kind of anywhere near a complete answer. So the mixed methods is good in a way because it allows you to triangulate and at least counter some of that. But I'm never trying to make claims for the research that I do as being anything but shining a light on a very kind of limited part of any topic.